Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the show. Now, of course, things are starting to die down a little bit on the Wizards of the Coast and the OGL front. We're going to get into it in a video a little bit later today about did we win, what we won, what exactly is going on, and has Wizards of the Coast really surrendered? But today, we're going to talk a little bit about one of the elements of that, and that is the Dungeons & Dragons Honor Amongst Thieves movie, and how that has been impacted by the OGL disaster. But before we get into that, I want to remind you all that this video is brought to you by Hellebarde Games. Hellebarde publishes the modules that they'd like to play, with offerings for OSR, Castles and Crusades, and 5e. No matter what rules are in use, old school gaming is at the table. You can grab Hellebarde Games from DriveThruRPG or directly from their website at hellebardegames.com. All right, and also just before we get into it, please, if you're not already subscribed, click that subscribe button, click the bell icon for notifications, give this video a like, and leave a comment below, because I want to know what you guys think about what's going on here. So let's take a look. This is from Xfire, a tech and gaming website, and also wrestling. We'll have to check that out one day, perhaps. Dungeons & Dragons Honor Amongst Thieves box office is in danger from OGL backlash. As the controversy continues with Dungeons & Dragons OGL 1.2, the negative backlash from the gaming community may hurt the box office of Honor Among Thieves. And this came yesterday. The controversy with the open gaming license for D&D has apparently ended, but is it too late? The drama surrounding it may have already affected the box office performance of the upcoming Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves film. I always want to say amongst. This is the high Gygaxian in me. The open gaming license has been a powder keg of a topic these past couple of months. After Wizards of the Coast and parent company Hasbro announced big changes for the OGL in order to optimize the D&D brand's monetization, the gaming community pushed back in unison. Both fans of the most popular tabletop role-playing game and its third-party creators denounced the proposed changes to OGL 1.0a, and with the big-budget live-action film arriving soon, the timing could not be any less fortunate. The Dungeons & Dragons brand has been under fire due to the issues regarding the corporate push to change the long-standing OGL and the D&D Beyond digital tool. The OGL 1.1 version was leaked, and the response was universally negative in the gaming community. The response online was so massive, it was covered in mainstream news outlets. We'll talk about that a little bit later. It took weeks for WotC and the D&D design team to issue an official response, which included modifications to the highlighted problems. However, this version, dubbed OGL 1.2, was also met with backlash from the gaming community. This was reflected in the survey results that D&D received. In the face of overwhelming negative reactions, WotC and the Dungeons & Dragons design team have apparently acquiesced. Thus, the OGL 1.0a will supposedly remain intact, and a new system reference document will be released under the Creative Commons license. Note their language here. Apparently, supposedly. Even Xfire is not buying this completely. While the tabletop gaming community and third-party creators have welcomed this, the controversies surrounding it may have adversely impacted the live-action Dungeons & Dragons Honor Amongst Thieves. There, I did it again. Honor Among Thieves. During the height of the controversy, fans of the brand have openly called to boycott the movie. Some have taken to platforms such as Reddit and Twitter to push for this box office boycott with the hashtag #BoycottD&DMovie. This development, along with thousands of subscriptions to D&D Beyond being canceled, may have factored into the decision to pull back on the changes to the OGL. You think? Prior to the controversial issues with the OGL and D&D Beyond Virtual Tabletop proposals, Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves was predicted to be a similar success to the first Guardians of the Galaxy film from Marvel Studios. IMDb projected it will have an opening at around $73 million with a $600 million plus worldwide box office take. But all this was before the negative reaction to the D&D leaked OGL 1.1. With D&D being pushed to gain a more mass media popularity, the live-action film starring Chris Pine, Michelle Rodriguez, Hugh Grant, and others becoming a box office bomb is the last thing WotC and Hasbro want. That kind of a result would certainly derail plans for their Paramount Plus TV series intended to spin off from the movie and build a new Dungeons & Dragons cinematic universe. Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves gathers its adventuring party in the U.S. theaters on March 31st, 2023. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, that's got to sting a little bit. And guys, we're going to get into a little post-mortem of what I think may have led to the rescinding of OGL 1.1, 1.2, 2.0, whatever you want to call it, and why they backtracked so quickly. And did it, in fact, mean something positive for us? In a video a little bit later, you guys are going to get that later today. But yeah, I mean, I think they saw that the writing was on the wall. $70 million opening, $600 million box office, and now? Well, we'll see about that. You guys let me know in the comments below. Are you going to go see the movie now that Wizards of the Coast has apparently taken a step back? Do you trust Wizards of the Coast? Do you think they've got something even more insidious and underhanded to drop on us after the movie's released, assuming it does good box office, and they've got that secured? Let me know in the comments below, guys. I'll be back later with a video. Like I said, I want to break down some bullet points on Hasbro Wizards' apparent retreat, but we'll get to that later. As always, thank you for watching, and again, please like, subscribe, comment, click the bell icon for notifications. You guys have been awesome. The channel is still blowing up. We're at almost 4,000 subscribers. Your outpouring of support has been huge, and I hope you'll stick around for the other topics. We don't just talk about disasters and what Wizards of the Coast is getting up to. We talk about classic Dungeons and Dragons. We do live streams 5 nights a week. We do live plays 3 nights a week. And we have a lot of fun. So thanks everybody, and I'll see you a little bit later. Peace and stay positive.